Alright, how's it going guys? AlphaYGO back at it again, and today I'm gonna show you my first place Triple D Unchained video. And if you want to see how this deck combos, stick around because I'll be showing this off in this video. And make sure to also check out the pinned comment below for cool synergy and card choices. So starting off, we're on 3 Kepler, 3 Griffin, 3 Copernicus. This is pretty standard. I'm pretty sure everyone knows this lineup by now, right? And 1 Rage King, 1 Cerberus for the 1-card combo for the Kepler. Don't yell at me, but we're on 1 Green Slime. I'll show you exactly why we're on 1 later. We also got 1 Necro Slime plus 1 Lamia. Lamia is the new MVP of our deck. 1 Ragnarok and 1 Thomas. Just good utility cards, can't complain. Following that, we have the very standard 3 Contract Negate, 1 Swamp King, and because our main normal summon is Kepler, for this line, we're going to be playing Fury Rays, just so we can see Kepler in every single hand that we can. In fact, we're actually going to play the 1-for-1 just because of that. And we have some cool synergy with this 1-for-1 and Foolish Burial, because we are again playing Unchained cards. We're going to play the 1 Headhunt, and that is basically our D portion of the deck. Next for the Unchained lineup, we are on 3 red, plus 1 blue, plus another 3 red, and another blue one. So, can you tell I don't know their names yet? Essentially, these cards are amazing. Oh, actually, I guess I should show off Sarama as well, because Sarama is a combo piece, a really great one at that. But essentially, Fiend Extenders let us play through Disruption really good. The new 6s allow us to make a high wave King Caesar, so our whole board can't get Nibiru'd. And we can do a really cool combo where we can set up Archaea to allow us to extend really far with our DD lines. Following that, we have, of course, the 3 Rhodas for Unchained, and only 1 and 1 of the Unchained traps, mainly because 5 is enough, because we can pop these off of the red ones, and we don't actually need to see too many of these to combo. Following that, we have our non-engine, which should round up to, I think, 50 cards total, which is just 3 Ash, 3 Droll, and 3 Krauser, plus the 1 Called By. Particularly Krauser is really strong because our board will end on the Siegfried, which means we can play chainable back rows, such as Krauser, to let Siegfried negate Dark Ruler no more, and insulate our boards really well. For the extra deck, we are on 2 Gilgamesh. I know typically we play 3, but you only need 2 because of our new lines that come from the Unchained cards. And following that, we have 1 rank 4 plus a rank 5. And my favorite monster happens to always be rank 6, he's High King Caesar, and we get to play 2 of him in this build because Unchained gets to make him and Triple D gets to make him, and because it's not a once per turn, if you ever make 2, that's 4 negates right there. Sometimes you actually end on that type of board. They also get gates when they float. And 1 Machina. I kind of wish I could bump it to 2, but right now we're just testing 1, but we might bump it to 2 later. Next up, we got 2 Genghis. This is pretty standard, but the new returning MVP is Alexander. Alexander is very easily accessible now. Alongside that, we have Siegfried as well, and that basically rounds it out for the Triple D monsters. But then for the Unchained lineup, we're on 2 Yama, 1 blue, and 1 red. I'm testing whether I like to keep the red dog or not, because I just keep calling them all their colors, huh?
Yeah, basically.
But I might change this for Unicorn, because sometimes there are hands where if you get interrupted with too many hand traps, you kind of just have to do the standard Unchained line where you end on High Wave King plus a blue dog, and obviously you want to link 3 to turn into it. Right now I'm running this because I think the floating from these is really strong, but Unicorn is more disruption, which actually might be more useful. I'm still testing that part out, but I think Yama is crazy. Yama is a secret DDD buff. So for the side deck, I decided to keep it really simple this time and just run a bunch of good go second cards, which was 3 Eclipse, 3 Evenly, 2 Lightning Storm plus a Duster, as well as 3 Cyclone. Essentially, because I am on 50 cards in this pile over here, I wanted more cards I could draw as a 6th card instead of a hand trap, right? But I guess to stem into that, the only changes I made for the other 3 was Nibiru, which was more for a cross out target, just to insulate my plays even further. And I just had 2 spaces left, and I thought the most unfair thing I could do was play Eradicator. I didn't get to resolve it today, but in theory it was, really strong. It was my birthday yesterday, which is why I have this. Shout out to my cameraman for grabbing it for me. For this combo video, what I'm gonna be showing off is essentially any Unchained spell trap plus one of the red names and one of your 1-card combos. So for the people who are familiar with the deck, this could be the Trap, the Rhoda, this could be Shavara or Adhara, and this could be either Kepler or pure erase, or just contract with the gate. So there's a lot of variations, and we've obviously built our list to try to see this combo as much as possible. So you're gonna set your Unchained trap or spell, and you're gonna pop it and summon your red. This is gonna trigger and summon out your other name, which is gonna be the blue one for this case, right? You're gonna link these two off for the Yama, and Yama and the Shavar are gonna trigger, set yourself a trap, and the Yama is gonna search you the other red, right? Now you're gonna use Adhara to special itself and pop a trap card. The trap card will trigger and special out Sarama. Sarama's effect now, you're gonna use it to set a card and blow something up. So you're gonna set this escape, which is nice because it's good interaction, but you're gonna use it to pop the Adhara over here. And Adhara is gonna trigger to special out another name, which is gonna be the 6, because we want to make sure we get that High Wave King as soon as possible. And at this point, your opponent's gonna think, okay, I'm gonna nib now, and that's okay, because if they nib, then you have the full DD combo still. You're keeping that DD combo tucked in your back pocket as long as possible. And now you're gonna do something that no Unchained player would regularly do, but you do it for this combo because you're running triple D. So you're gonna actually use blue effect to summon itself by popping the Yama, right? And then use Yama's effect to pop this Sarama, right? Yeah, people don't typically use it for that effect, but if you read it, yeah, you can pop any card on the field to optionally pop a back row in the field. We're not gonna kill our back row here. We're just gonna pop our monster. In that case, Sarama's gonna float over into Rakea. Let's put Rakea all the way over here. And we're gonna turn these two now into High Wave King Caesar, right? So you're in a pretty good spot here. You already have High Wave King Caesar, you have a trap, but we can go definitely a lot further because we have normal summon Kepler. You're gonna normal your Kepler and you're gonna get yourself a dark contract with the gate. Gate is gonna search Griffin, and you're gonna special Griffin and link these two off into your Gilgamesh. And Gilgamesh is gonna grab you 2 scales. You're gonna pull out the 0 and the Cerberus. Obviously, if you have like a 4 in hand, so aka more extenders, then you can just get different scales to just go even further, right? But in this case, we're gonna now pend out the 2, and we're gonna use Cerberus to turn Kepler into a 4, and then we're gonna make the rank 4, and then we're gonna make the rank 5. And obviously, you can use the rank 5 at this point to just burn 1,000 because you took 1,000 earlier. You might as well keep both of you at 7,000. At this point, you're probably wondering, why would you do all this stuff? This seems kind of mid, but I'm going to show you the crazy synergy at this point. So Rakea will now pop Marksman King Tell. Now, because something was destroyed on your field, you're going to go Marksman Chainlink 1 and Yama Chainlink 2. Yama is going to banish itself to try and reborn one of your fiends and then pop something on the field. So it's going to reborn your rank 4 and then pop it. So we'll have Marksman now resolved from that previous chain. In this case, I'm going to decide to dump Lamia. In the separate chain, Caesar is going to resolve, where I actually get to search any dark contract. The dark contract I'm going to end up searching is Swamp King. So here I'm going to use Swamp King's effect to fuse off any 2. So in this case, let me use, it doesn't really matter. So let's say I use just any 2 for Genghis, right? And then we're going to turn Genghis into a Machina to trigger the Genghis, which will summon out the Lamia, right? And then we're going to use Lamia plus Genghis to turn into Alexander. Now, we're going to use Lamia's effect engrave to get rid of a dark contract, preferably Swamp King because you obviously want to keep this one, and to summon the Lamia. This is going to trigger the Alexander, which is going to reborn 4 Lord, right? That 4 Lord is going to be the Griffin, and the Griffin is going to search you that headhunt, right? And now obviously we're going to use Lamia. She's going to get banished because of her own effect, and we're going to use Alexander, and we're going to end on a Siegfried. And then obviously at this point, when we set our headhunt, our interactions available to us are Machina with a couple triggers, Siegfried for spell trap negate, which is able to also react to Dark Ruler because we have a chainable trap, 2 negates off of the Caesar, and a snatch steal, right? So that's all our interaction that we have, and obviously in future turns it gets really crazy. This actually floats into a dark contract card. So even if you pop your dark contract with a gate here off of the Machina, you can easily get into another contract just because this leaves the field. So your board has a lot of follow-up, and honestly, it's a really cool deck. Hope you guys really like that combo, and if you want to see how you combo with other hands, let me know in the comments below, and I'll definitely put that out for all of you. And bye.